from Southern California. This will be a long-term road test with my Model S70D. Definitely it's gonna need a lot of charging stops. The battery is not very big on this car, but I'm planning to document everything and see what it takes to drive across country in a Tesla. So here we go. It's what time is it? 6:52 on Monday morning, May 16th, and I think it's gonna take me 3 days. So let's get to it. So this is the projected route. I'm gonna go hit the 10. It's like 20 charging stops according to Tesla's own calculations. And depending on where I stop and where I'm gonna spend overnight, maybe I'll cut down on those. So it's gonna be quite a while for sure. Got all the charging stops. Hours on the road, and the first charging stop is coming up in El Centro, California, which is in the desert, like southeast side of California, close to the Mexican border. My car says we'll need to charge 35 minutes and get on the road again. Next stop is Tacna, Arizona. I think another maybe hour and 20 minutes we'll be there. Driving along the Mexican border down close to Arizona here. I'm sure, I don't know if you can see that black fence, that's the border of the US. And this is state number 2, Arizona. Yuma, here we come. Cruising along. Next stop is gonna be probably 40 minutes in Tacna. Gonna charge a little bit and then off we go again. Second stop in Tacna, Arizona. I think we have like a 25-30 minute wait here. Super hot out there, like 96 degrees, and it's pretty much just a desert, so nothing exciting. For you who doesn't know, when it gets hot, Tesla starts cranking really hard with the cooling system on the battery. Check that out. Pretty loud. Alright, I believe this is stop number 4 in Tucson, Arizona. Nice and toasty, like 105 degrees. I think we're gonna be here for like 30 minutes. And then on the way we go. I'm just gonna grab a bite to eat and all good. For some reason, the car made me stop for another 5 minutes in Tucson at the second charging station. So that was my stop number 6 before heading over to Willcox, Arizona. So I have been following the Tesla recommended charging stops and the times, and I must say that it's been so far been pretty accurate. Willcox, Arizona, when I got here, I think it said a 50-minute charge. Right now I'm at roughly 55 minutes. It still says 5 minutes, but I think it can turn ready to go anytime. And if you look, all these next chargers say where the next charger is and how much you have to charge. So far I would say the algorithm and the timing and everything that Tesla is doing to make this efficient is pretty spot on. So I'm pretty impressed about that. This is the 12-hour mark since I left. I'm in eastern Arizona, just right at sunset. And I just want to give a quick recap of the first 12 hours. I traveled 541 miles so far. The total charging time out of the 12 hours was 2.9 hours. Including that's all the breaks I took, 2.9 hours. And I took, all these charging stops to go to the restroom, eat something, get a cup of coffee and stuff like that. So it's not too bad. I'm slowly getting into New Mexico, hopefully here in the next half hour. And my goal is to go to West Texas tonight. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stop to sleep, but we'll see. I'm not a great night driver, so we'll see how about that, like what happens there. But I might have to stop to, you know, kind of have a power nap or something like that. But anyhow, that's the update. First 12 hours going great, and I feel good. So it's 12 and a half hours, and I'm just crossing the state line of New Mexico. Charging stop number 7 in Deming, New Mexico. No other fool is on the road with a Tesla tonight to charge, so it's only me. Over 650 miles covered, and I don't even know how many hours, probably 12, 14 hours or so. So 35-minute charge, and we'll be on the way. Start. Oh yeah. That's how you do it. I didn't make a video at stop number 8 in El Paso, Texas. It was already dark, and you know, not much going on there. So I had a charge like 50 minutes. I did a power nap for like 25 or something, and now headed into West Texas. Next stop is Van Horn, and the good news in West Texas, the speed limit is 80. Sticking to the speed limit, I haven't really sped anywhere so far on the road. I mean, I'm sticking to all the posted speed limit, maybe a few miles over. But anyway, it's what is it? 1:50 a.m., which is 11:50 in California time. I feel pretty alright, and try to make it through West Texas, because right now it's like 20 degrees cooler than it will be during the day. So I think it's I like the idea better of driving in cooler weather. Stop number 9 in Van Horn, Texas, and it's 2:18 in the morning. I think I'm gonna have a nap here. Probably have to charge like almost an hour anyway, so I'm gonna use that time to sleep a little bit and then get on the road again. 6:23 in the morning, Central Standard. This is my stop number 10. I crossed the 1,000-mile mark with my total travel in less than 24 hours, and my total charge time so far was 6.2 hours. My total sleep, right around maybe an hour, a little more. I don't know. I'm feeling good. I just got a cup of coffee, so another, what is it, like 20-30 minutes charge, and I'm ready to go. Sun is coming up. It's gonna be daylight soon. It's gonna be a lot more fun to drive in the daylight again. Eight o'clock in the morning, like 8:11 to be exact, in Ozona, Texas. This small little supercharging station. There is 6 stalls, of course no Teslas, and it's like a Quality Inn or something, like a little motel. So I'm gonna charge a little bit, and off we go towards San Antonio. Okay, so I'm at exactly mileage wise half of my journey, and I'm into it 25 hours exactly. Just a recap, it's 9:51 a.m. Central Time, which is 7:51, or 7:51 California time, and so it's 25-hour drive-in, and roughly I spent just under 8 hours charging the car. Again, my car has a small battery. It's a 2015. It's got a 70 kilowatt-hour battery, so you have to charge it more. A newer model would probably can get away with half the stops that I had to take. But actually it worked out. It wasn't too bad. I was able to sleep a little bit and you know, just hang out, have a walk and stuff like that. So I'm in maybe 2 hours from San Antonio, and hopefully I can make it this afternoon or tonight in Louisiana and spend the night there. Stop number 13, and honestly it's freaked me out a little bit. Got to San Antonio, and when I plugged the car into a supercharger, it didn't charge. It gave me an error message, unable to charge. and then it started slowly charging, like 1 kW, 2 kW, and then jumping back and forth between 2, 6, 10, 30. And I think I also have a heat warning, had a heat warning on the car. So I believe the battery and all the car was so hot because driving for so long in the heat that it had to cool itself down before it was able to charge. But now I charged up to like 190 miles, so I'm ready to head out. It's 1:45 p.m. Central Time. Just left charging station number 15, just outside of Houston. It's 7:43 p.m. Central Time. Back on the road, I have a little bit under 2 hours to get to Lake Charles in Louisiana, and that's where I'm going to spend the night. I'm pretty beat. Been on the road for almost 36 hours with only a few hours of sleep, and I'm definitely ready for some horizontal position. So I eat something and hit the sack. Now I'm gonna charge the hotel at the hotel overnight. The car is gonna just charge up regular, not supercharger. So hopefully by the morning it's gonna be all filled up, ready to go, and make it to Florida tomorrow afternoon. And this is state number 5 after just over 36 hours. It's Louisiana. Finally, 30 more minutes to Lake Charles and a good night's sleep. Can't wait for that. Louisiana State Line. Alright, this is day 3 morning after a great night's sleep. I'm in Lake Charles, getting ready to go again. I think it was charging stop number 16. Charged up the car overnight, the local charger at the hotel, and ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. Charge number 19 in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I stopped at this charging station. Behind me there is this store called Buc-ee's. I've never been there, but it's so much fun, that store. You can buy all kinds of savory candies and cool shirts and all kinds of good stuff. So I definitely will be back and visit again. Woohoo! After 2.5 days, this site was everything I was waiting for 2 days now. This is charge number 22 in Tallahassee, Florida. It's 8 p.m. now, weather is beautiful, and the only interesting thing that happened is actually somebody called me from Tesla, an engineer, after my trouble yesterday in San Antonio with the charging. That actually freaked me out. Anyway, they were super cool. I didn't think I was gonna get a call, but they called me and said they had looked into the car logs and identified the time and the error and stuff, and they cannot find anything wrong with the car from the logs. The only thing they said that possibly both of those chargers that I charged with or tried to charge with had a malfunction at the time, and or an update or something, and that's why I was getting those messages. But other than that, the car is fine, it looks like. And I thought it was super cool that somebody from Tesla would call you if you have an issue on the road. It's really good to know, and I think it's a great customer service. Anyway, I have 2 more hours to drive, and I'll be arriving at our house, almost there, finish line, so it's getting exciting.
where I'm at. You're probably wondering, why am I at the charging station when in the last video I celebrated my last charge? So the reason is because the car is smarter than me, obviously. I decided that I'm not gonna wait for the full suggested charging time in Madison, Florida. I'm gonna leave a little sooner. I can save some time and get home and still have some miles left. As it turns out, it's not to be the case. So it forced me to stop here and charge for like 5 minutes to make sure I get home and I still have a little bit of mileage left. So the lesson is, follow the direction. I'm not going to consider this another charging stop because really I should have stayed longer at the previous one to be compliant with the car instructions. But I did want to make this a point that the car is accurate with the calculations, and I was not. Alright, just pulled into the garage and trip is done. I'm gonna kind of go over the stats here. I did 2,445 miles with it was 23 charging stops, and the total number of hours spent charging was 15 and a half hours. The total drive time was 62 hours. Overall, the trip was totally manageable. I think a lot of people have the impression that traveling with long distances with electric cars are not super convenient, and gas cars are a lot better in that sense, which I tend to agree. It does take longer to charge and get going, but actually it kind of works out because you're forced to stop, take a break, eat something, maybe you have to go to the bathroom anyway, have a coffee. So it actually works out. For me, it was great. I'm lucky enough that my company allows me to work remotely, and I do sales, so I was able to do some work in a car, call customers, and because I have autopilot, I was able to be in a computer even. So it actually works out really, really well. And again, my car has a small battery, so the newer Tesla models have larger batteries, so I could have probably cut down the number of stops by probably 40%, which makes the trip even better. So it's been a fun trip. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thank you.